Hi everybody, welcome to my blog, or if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to my channel. If you are here listening to this, or if you're reading my blog, you probably are experiencing issues with anything ranging from body dysmorphia to eating disorders. You may label yourself as a compulsive eater, or somebody who just struggles with food and with body image. I don't think you necessarily need to put a label on it to be struggling with those types of issues. So anyway, I know these things are really hard for me to talk about because it's very difficult for me to really be open about these things, especially as a fitness professional. It's been very difficult for me to come out with, with some of the stuff and the information that I've come out with recently, and that I still struggle with disordered eating patterns, and I still struggle with disordered thought patterns surrounding my body. But I wanted to get on here today and sort of give you a tip, or sort of for me what ended up being an aha moment. I went on a backpacking trip this past weekend with a friend, and we were totally disconnected from internet, and backpacking is something that I really love to do. It's something that I don't do very often anymore. Same thing with riding horses. A year and a half ago I sold my horses. Because I felt like I needed to work more on my business and focus more on trying to be, the perfect fitness professional, which has ended up coming back to really bite me in the rear end. Because again, I'm starting to struggle with some more of these emotional and mental issues. And so one thing I realized this weekend is that I spend an enormous amount of time thinking about things that in the long run don't necessarily matter, like arguing with myself over, whether it's okay to have a stick of gum, is that going to ruin my diet for the day? What workout am I going to do? How does my body look in this thing? Do I have a roll over my, over the top of my pants kind of thing? And these thoughts can be, for somebody who struggles with this type of thing, these thoughts can be consuming. And what I realize is that I've replaced all of the stuff that I used to love to do, that I was passionate about, with all of these crazy thoughts about my body, or exercising, or, planning my diet, or worrying about food. And so I think that, for people who struggle in this way, it's really important and really helpful to start getting back to the things that really bring you joy in your life. And for me, that's things like horseback riding and backpacking. So go ahead and, I'm not going to elaborate on this and make this a super long video, but the bottom line is, one of the ways out of the disordered eating and thinking patterns is to figure out what brings you true joy. And so it could be, thinking about, what did you love to do as a child? What did you love to do a few years ago? What were your hobbies that you love to do that maybe you're not doing anymore? That you've sort of set aside, and then to start doing some of those things, because bringing true joy back into your life versus always being so self-focused on your body and on diets and food and things like that. So this is what this is one thing that I highly recommend doing. If you want to read the full blog, head over to my blog, which is www.kellybailey.fit. Or if you're already on my blog, you can just scroll down and you can read the rest. I have a listing of questions that you can ask yourself to sort of get the thought process rolling. And I would love to get your feedback and hear from you on what things have you sort of set aside that you don't do anymore, that you should, things that you're passionate about, that make you a happy person. What things things are you going to do to, rather than think about exercise or body or food, or, if you're struggling with these issues, what things can you do that you love, that, that make you the person that you are, or make you the person that that you could be. So just thought-provoking questions. If this really resonates with you, if my blog post or this video resonates with you, please share it with your friends and family, or people who you think may be struggling with these types of issues, because it is definitely my hope that I can, in the least, be helpful to one person, and help them start to overcome these issues. So anyway, thanks for listening. If you have questions or comments for me, please feel free to contact me. As I said, my website is www.kellybailey.fit, and you can reach me through the website. So have a great day, everybody. Bye.